So I just want to get started by talking about the internet privacy bill that's just been passed. Well, going to be passed, and I want to talk about that today. So right now I don't know a whole lot about the whole privacy bill, but I've pretty much gotten an idea from people from people who I'm subscribed to on YouTube, like H3H3 Productions, um, the internet mostly. From seeing the bill and everything, and from what I understand, is that we're basically going to be in like a Big Brother type of error. And to tell you the truth, if you don't find this as a problem, you really should. For as long as I could remember, people were not allowed to, see your browsing history or, you know, like people won't be able to see that. That's basically like it was not basically it is an invasion of privacy, and the fact that ISPs are able to sell our browsing history to the highest bidder or whoever wants to do that or whatever wants to look at someone's browsing history, it's an invasion of privacy. Now I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, for me, I'm thinking like, for me, I believe that like there should that bill should have never been like repealed to protect people's privacy. Now I know there's going to be a couple of people who's going to say, "Oh, ever since Trump has gotten office, things has been going down the drain." And I'm not trying to be political on this channel or whatever, or trying to say anything that's that divides people or whatever. Because whether you're a Democrat or Republican, this affects you. This affects everybody. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, then let me put it in perspective. Say if I was just your average everyday Joe browsing just browsing the internet, going paying bills, just the usual, just minding my business and only mine. And then some random entity or company wanted to buy my browsing history to, per se, persuade me to buy a product that they want by injecting advertisements on my router, I guess, and just that in general. Because if you don't know that, ISPs, they have the ability to do that. They have the ability to block certain advertisements. Certain advertisements are allowed on your router, I guess, on your local network, or not local network, but your network in general. You can block these ads, but we'll get in that in another video. Now, a lot of people are saying this is bad, or like from what I've heard from H3H3 Productions, Ethan, he said that you guys, like, we should start a crowdfunding and buy up the browsing history of the higher ups. In a way, that would be kind of helpful. But if we don't give them anything, then what is there for? What are they going to do about it? A lot of people don't know that how to use a VPN or how to use a proxy or um, SOCKS proxy, anything. A lot of people don't know how to use Tor. And now, not certainly, but recently I've been doing my like research and everything, and you can like it's ways to not let people or ISPs see what you're browsing on the internet. Now, in a way, I'm not gonna get like say, oh, you can't be seen or anything. People can still see what you're browsing on the internet even if you use a VPN, but they can't tie it to you. They won't be able to. Or if you're using a proxy, or if you're using a SOCKS proxy or anything like that, they may be able to see your browsing history or what you're doing if someone was looking, but they would never be able to tie it to your IP address or to your home or whatever. Now, there's ways to get around this. There's ways to not let people see what you're doing. There's a certain router on the Hack5 website that lets you it's basically a Wi-Fi adapter, an overpowered Wi-Fi adapter that lets you proxy all your reroute all your traffic through a proxy or VPN or whatever you want. Now, for me, I will be doing this to my network. I'll be using a lot of things, certain things like IPCOP, or I'll probably get a different router, like the one that's on the Hack5 shop. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, then all the links that what I'm talking about will be in the description of the video. And everything that with all this that's like starting, it's kind of scary, to be honest. Like for me, like even if you're on a mobile device, people will still be able to see your browsing history. For me, I always use a VPN on my phone, no matter what, regardless of how slow it is, and it's ridiculously slow, but I'd rather have security over convenience. And that's what a lot of people don't want. They don't want the slow speeds, but that's only if you choose certain VPNs or proxies or whatever. You would have to like choose something that's you have to do research basically. Now, just because Congress has passed this bill does not mean that, you know, you're going like it's going to be in effect. President still has to approve this, which hopefully our president does not. Because if that's the case, then we're in a whole new world of absolute idiocracy and just retardation. I honestly just don't know what to say about this. The internet is supposed to be a free place where people are able to express who they are and have the privacy and convenience of expressing who they are and doing what they want. Now, people want to buy your browsing history and to spy on you, basically. With the CIA leaks and everything that's going on with just basically everything that's been going on this past couple of weeks. It's been a crazy week. WikiLeaks has a new leak on the CIA was targeting Apple and iPhones and Androids, Windows, basically every Windows computer is spyware and all that nonsense. And it's just like, if people are trying so hard to like just spy on you and see what you're doing. Like, what I just don't understand. Like, why even go through the trouble of doing such a thing? Like, you just leave it, leave everyone alone. I can almost promise you that if this bill is passed, there's going to be a lot of problems going on. It may not happen effective immediately, but maybe in the next couple of months, 6 to 8 months, it'll probably be in effect if Trump passes it. Internet privacy will be doomed. The ability to browse the internet without being spied on by your ISP will no longer be available. I can tell you right now, a lot of things are going to be a lot easier. Like account security is going to be compromised. Because if companies can buy this, who's to say that an individual can buy your browsing history? Again, I'm just speculating. A lot of things whoever's watching this, who is ever watching this, is you're gonna have to start using a VPN or proxy soon if this bill is passed. Learn how to use Tor. Truly not a hard thing to do. The only problem about it is don't use it on Windows. If you use Tor on Windows, rip. It's not a good mix. But I'll get more into that in depth later in another video. I've just been hearing so much about it lately, and I just wanted to kind of express my thoughts about it. And a lot of things that's been just going on recently with this whole privacy thing, internet privacy thing. All the things I mentioned in the video about the router and VPNs, I'll put a link in them in the description. You can check them out for yourself and see which ones you want to use. Proxies, VPNs, whatever. If you want to use Tor, please don't use it on Windows. That'll just make everything a whole lot harder for you to stay anonymous on the internet. But thank you guys for listening. If you want to see more videos like this or any other videos of a similar fashion, please comment down below. I'd love to hear everyone's comments and read them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.